I can actually knock out super quick. Let's write a few down. That way. Some shit going on this notepad. Alright, Outlast 75 peeps. Single match. I feel like I've already done that. Birch chests. Ammo. That's track. Dance club. Easy. Think. The bus driver. Play with friends. Search chests. Hey, Afe. How's it going? Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm just kind of writing down some of the challenges here. Some of the ones that are a tad bit easier, I guess. Let's see, search chests on the block. The block. So what's going on, Afe? Afe Tricks? Why does that name sound familiar? No, it's a different screen name. Oh shit! Switching up the screen name, I like it. Usually, whenever because I've talked about you a few times with like a few of my buddies. You know, when we talk about gaming and such. You know, I talk about you, and there's one other guy. Because if I remember right, you were from the UK, if I'm not mistaken, and then the other kid, oh shit, what was his name? Me and you have actually played with him together, you know, a while back. He was from like California, I think. He was from like LA or something. But yeah, like I've mentioned the name Monster Munch numerous times to some of my buddies. On the block. Wales, man, you're fuck. I mean, I want to say you're lucky, but that's only from my personal perspective. Because obviously, me living in the States, I would probably rather live in Wales. I mean, I imagine you guys have your own number of country issues, but not compared to us. That's not a healthy thing to admit, really, but I would much rather live in Wales, pretty sure. Plus, I mean, you got that dope Wales accent too, dude. I mean, that's... Of course, I mean, in your guys' country, obviously you guys don't have an accent. It's just how you guys talk, where I would have an accent to you guys. I want to live in Tokyo. Fuck yeah, dude. So do I. That's legitimately, like, that's a great call. Tokyo is actually my number one wanting to visit destination. If I could go anywhere in the world for like a week, it would be Tokyo. or just Japan in general. I love Japan. I love everything about it. The culture, the architecture, all of it. People, the customs, the manners, the family, you know, do or die. Let's see, I can get back to writing these down so I can actually play. Let's see, deal damage. Shoddy. You ended up drowning? How the fuck did you... How do you end up drowning in Tokyo? Alright, so now you gotta write this one out for me. How does that happen? Come on. Of course, I mean, when you're little, I mean, obviously, if you didn't know how to swim, that's one thing. I mean, I've been around... I mean, I can't really say that I've traveled that much. I mean, I've been around, you know, a few different places in the country, you know, around the state. I mean, I've been to Canada a couple times. Well, a number of times. You know, I've got to, like, the Canadian side of, like, Niagara Falls. I've been to Montreal, which was a shit show and a half. That was a long story. I got lost. I got legitimately lost in the city of Montreal for 4 hours. And this is pre-cell phones. And we left 3 of my buddies at a bar. It was because there was 5 of us total. So 2 of us went out to find a hotel. 3 of us stayed at the bar. None of us had cell phones. Me and my buddy got lost. And literally the only way we made it back was we just happened to see a certain highway sign that we recognized. We're like, oh shit, alright, if we take this, we might actually find them. And after a few hours, we ended up finally finding the bar that we left them at. And of course, like, we're all like 17, 18 at the time. I was told to finish my food, and I could go into the pool. Me being there, the rebel child, ignored my mom, and ran and jumped in the adult pool. I'm assuming you couldn't swim. That's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're a little kid like that, I mean, you're a rebel without a cause. Are there really 7 waterfalls on the map? I really only know 1. That's over by the Viking thing. Huh. Interesting. Revive players. That's where they get you with these fucking challenges, dude. That's the shit that pisses me off on the challenges. You can't just revive a player, like, alright, so you can revive a player in different matches. 3 fucking matches. No, you should just be able to revive 3 different people in a single match and call it a day. That's fucking ridiculous. Of course, they're just trying to get people to play. 3 in Loot Lake, 1 on Viking. No shit, there's... Yeah, but I mean, the Loot Lake ones... I mean, would you really call those waterfalls? Those are like... small ledges with water coming off the side. I wouldn't really call that a waterfall. But, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see... Supply drops... in different matches. Such bullshit. Just for locations. Just about got that one. It's more like yeah, I can agree with you on that. Yeah, it's a pool. Let's see, regain health. Campfire. 1 out of 3. 15 in duos with a friend. Chest. And a motel. Rock pool. Yeah, it's far more like a rock pool. It's like you'd see something like it's like a little water display in somebody's garden, basically, except just on a somewhat larger scale. Motel or RV park. Collect coins, featured islands. I could probably still do that one decently quick, I guess. Also, this is the first time I've seen your face. Damn right, look at this. That beautiful beard. It's about an hour grizzly, easily. But yeah, basically, if you ever see me, or if you were to ever see me out in public, 95% of the time I'm always wearing a beanie. Between this one and my black one that I used to wear, well, before getting this one, which I should probably find that beanie. Can't remember what I did with it. That, and unfortunately my lighting is not the greatest. Dude, it's either the struggle with a beard. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because if you don't shave it, you look grizzly like a bear, like a fucking homeless person sometimes. Or you shave it and you just have the baby face look like I do. So if I were to like completely shave, clean shaven, cut my hair nice, trim it, trim that down, I legitimately look like I'm maybe 21, if I'm lucky. 21, 22. I get younger aged way more than my actual age. Like, I'm 31, believe it or not. And, like, I get ID'd still constantly. Like, even by people that know me already. Which is whatever, it's their job. But when That's terrible. I've never had something like that happen, luckily. I mean, oh god. Oh, I got a tear in my eye. I'd be so upset by that. I really would. I feel so bad for you now. See, yeah, there you go. Like, if you got a movie, like, coming out soon, like, so, like, Captain Marvel, when that comes out, you gotta grow a beard a month out in advance just to not to get ID'd. That's fantastic, dude. I mean, it's not fantastic, but you get what I'm saying. That's so bad. I mean, I get ID'd for, like, cigarettes and, alcohol, but I don't drink anymore, so I don't have to worry about that. And the only places that I buy, like, cigarettes normally, like, they recognize me at this point, so they don't have to worry about it. Yeah, you got the homeless look. And that's the problem with beards, like, it really is. No matter how nice of a beard you look to somebody, you look homeless, which is terrible. Yo, if you want to hop on and play too, like, we can rock some duos. Obviously I got these player challenges, by the way. What the fuck is drifting? Alright, land near Reds. No, this is that bullshit game match that I tried, was it last weekend? And I think the only way you can get a weapon is from the supply drops. Like, there's no randomly scattered weapons, there's no chests, there's no ammo crates. Nice. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it says you're in a lobby too. Full party. But yeah, if you want to hop on, we can play some duos or something, man. Just let me know. So in the meantime, shit, what was... So with a friend, I think the bus driver. What do I want to work on first? I can go to the block. Oh, was that a challenge for different matches also? No. I'll hop on in like an hour. Yeah, I'll probably still be online. I don't know if I'll be on Fortnite, but just send me a game invite and I'll end up switching over. Because if I'm not playing Fortnite, I'll probably be playing Kingdom Hearts. So it's so gorgeous. Shit. This is one. Oh, mic drop. I don't really care for the mic drop. Wait, what's the ice cube do? Nah, that's lame. Oh shit, dude, that's not good. I'm just getting over being sick myself, so I feel you. Except I was sick most of the week, which sucked with, with work. Because, I normally work like 8:30 to 4, so like 8:30 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon. And there's a couple days where, like, I'd make it till like probably 11:30. And I'd start like getting sick. like, dude, just go home, rest up. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. And now, like, one of my supervisors is, she was sick Friday. She had a fever of like 103 towards the afternoon. I was like, dude, let's close it down. Let's call it a day. But, I gotta give her credit. She, held in there. Alright. So what are we doing? Racetrack. Yeah, you know what I could do? I know where I'm going. Because I'm going to the racetrack. It's been like a year since. Yeah, it legitimately has, which is bananas. I did not think that it's been that long, but it probably has. Of course, like, I don't, like, I like playing with you, I like playing with the other dude. I got a couple of my buddies that I used to work with that I also enjoy playing with. But for the most part, I don't know, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm getting older. Like, I've come to appreciate my solo gaming that much more, especially when it comes to, like, online gaming. Like, yeah, I understand the point of it's to play against other people. But in a game like this, especially, you play a game of squads and you're automatically dropped into a game with 2 fucking 12-year-olds and one other guy who's like so like quiet. But yeah, we definitely gotta hook up again soon and do some playing. No, God, no. No. No, actually, if you kind of want the scoop on it, I don't mind telling you a little bit of the main reason. So, a while back, I kind of fell out of friendship, so to speak, with my ex-best friend, and which basically came along with his family as well. And I was really close with them all. But then some things happened. He ended up becoming more of a person that I how can I put it? That you just don't want a part of, I'm not gonna say this shit. Well, he became an alcoholic. So was like the majority of the family. So I just, I had to get out of that situation. But I'd still get, game requests and shit from his family, and so that's the main reason. It definitely wasn't you, buddy. Don't worry about that. Whew. Yeah, you like that little redeploy? Nah, man. Nah, you're definitely one of the better gamers that I play with, or have played with. Oh shit. Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh man. Fuck, where is he? I'm so scared right now. No! Oh no! That was such a terrible try to break away. What was I doing? That was so bad. Oh man. That was not good. What was I thinking? Like, I was trying to hide from him up in the corner, like hoping that he'd either just go away entirely, or he'd like come inside, try to look around, and like maybe I'd get lucky and try to, like, take him down a little bit. But no, that did not work. Oh man. Oh shit. I'll be right back. I unfortunately have to use the restroom. I'll be right back, man. Alright. Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. I don't like this little soul patch anymore down here, I gotta admit. I used to grow this out, just this. And I'm back! You gotta do it like a old school like radio DJ. And we're back! WKTH 59.9. Alright. So we're gonna attempt to go back to the racetrack again. Try to do a little bit more looting while we're there. A little jam session also. I like it. So if you, sir, are from Wales, I'm trying to think of roughly where it is in the UK, at least. You know what I mean? Like, so is Wales near London? Or is that like, because I know like obviously there's a lot of small countries in Europe, and like a lot of your guys' countries are so small you can basically travel to multiple countries within a day. So I'm just kind of curious, roughly how close are you to London? No, where? Oh, really? Is there like a major city that you're somewhat close to? To the block, to the block. Apparently 3 hours away. Alright, well that's not too bad. Let's put it this way, like, I live in the state of New York, so, you know, I'm constantly getting asked, like, oh, how close are you to the city? Meaning New York City. I'm like 6 hours away from that. So, like, 3 hours, I mean, shit. You're halfway there compared to my, you know, my trip. Get where I'm getting at. And I'm in the state of New York. That's having to drive that far. Alright, I should probably actually be able to hear what's going on here. I do love cities when I just like visiting for the most part. I don't think I could really live in that big of a city just because I like my peace and quiet, like my space. Like the place I grew up, I actually grew up on a farm, like out in the country, and the closest town was like 15 minutes away. So like growing up and having that amount of peace and quiet, you just kind of get used. I wouldn't say country boy. I always referred to myself as the suburban kid that grew up in the country. I like the country for the quiet, but that's quite literally it. I feel like I can hear a chest, but I just don't. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like busy areas. Like, one of my favorite things to do, even just here in Syracuse. Um, we're not that big of a city, obviously, but I just like driving down through like, the middle of the city at night. You got all the city lights going, and it just looks amazing. Like even with a shitty city like ours. I don't know, just something about like the city lights at night. It's gorgeous. You know what I mean? Ibuprofen. Yeah, true that, dude. I don't know who built this fucking map, but they did garbage. Yeah, especially with like something like antidepressants, like it's definitely something you got to be careful with. Like not taking them after regularly taking them. Like don't get me wrong, I should probably have some antidepressants, because I mean like I think I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety when I was like 13, 14 years old. Why would they give you like weird looks? Just for antidepressants? It's kind of weird considering how many people, at this point take antidepressants. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I was diagnosed in 2014, and well, but after a friend of mine had, oh shit, yeah, a friend of mine had committed suicide, and at such a young age, it definitely takes a toll mentally. So I was diagnosed at a early age, but I've never wanted to be the person that has to take pills for it. I would so much rather just find a different way, I guess. I used to, for my depression and anxiety, I used to smoke marijuana, because that's, in my opinion, one of the best things that you can use for depression. I mean, I don't anymore, strictly because of my job, but I did used to smoke, and it helped so much, like, you have no idea. But the amount of, like, now imagine the amount of looks that you get for telling people that's what you use for your depression and anxiety. And, like, I get it doesn't really work for a lot of people, like, it just kind of boosts their anxiety a bit, so to speak. But it's always worked for me. And is that a plane? No. Shit. Oh, come on, man. We're never gonna make that. Oh my god, we're at 6 HP. Yeah. Shit. Well, at least I got the one challenge there. Yeah, like, I mean, I never wanted to be that person that had to take pills for anything, really. Even something like depression. Like, how can I put it? I wanted to be better than that, I guess, in a way. If you pick up what I'm putting down. Yeah, so was mine, unfortunately. Like, literally, both my sisters and my mom take stuff for either, like, depression, anxiety. I think at one point one of my sisters was taking something for bipolar disorder. And I wanted to, I don't know, be the one out of the family that didn't have to. To kind of prove that I was stronger than that, I guess. Not saying that, like, somebody's weak for taking something for depression and stuff, but I just didn't want that to be me, I guess. Alright. Hmm. Microsoft's HoloLens 2, a $3,500 mixed reality headset for the factory, not the living room. Hmm. Nice. 300. Look at that. Oh my god, my nose is just so bad today. I lost my voice. Oh no. I've lost. Dude, is that how you're talking right now? Like, oh my god, you guys. I can't keep up. Let's see. Wait. Oh shit, dude. You gotta be careful with that. Especially if your esophagus really starts closing up. And if you can't fucking breathe, you know, it's definitely not a good thing. I'm assuming that you've been, you know, taking stuff for it. And they soldier. Just like, dude, get yourself some fucking, like, Mucinex or something. The only way you're gonna knock that out. Definitely ain't gonna be with ibuprofen. Yeah, I gotta say, like, out of like all of the cold and flu medicines, I definitely prefer like Mucinex. Works really well for some reason. Even like the cheap knockoff brand works really well. Jesus. Have you gone to see your doctor yet? Because I mean, at that point, they might even put you on like some antibiotics. Goods. Like here, paracetamol. Yeah, but I mean, at least it'd be something. Instead of just, you know, trying to deal with it. That, like, don't you guys over in Wales, like, don't you guys have universal healthcare over there? Home base needs more fuel. I don't give a shit. Oh damn. Sounds like our emergency rooms. You could be sitting there like bleeding out the side of your head, and you're still got like a 4 or 5 hour wait, which is ridiculous. That and our healthcare system is just fucked. It really is. Oh hot damn, people! Watch out now. You got photos of Kim Jong-un taking a train. Yeah, pudgy little bastard. Yeah, it's ready. $68 million waterfront home in Coral Gables set for auction. Ah, damn. Look at that. Galaxy S10 has a ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. How's an ultrasonic? Ultrasonic in-screen fingerprint technology, which uses sound waves to read. And the nurses. What are the nurses? Oh yeah, dude. Like, they're just kind of doing their own thing. I had. Here, let me show you. I might be able to. So, right. It goes on to like the inside of my finger, from like here to here. It's probably like the nastiest scar I have, which, let's see if I can get. You can't really see it too good, but you can kind of see it. That was from a chainsaw, because like I said, growing up on the farm, we used to do our own firewood for the wood stove, which was the heat that came off of that bitch was so good. But I was actually home alone at the time too, so like I was trying to cut up a block of wood, and I had the chainsaw, and I came down, cutting it, and it kind of skipped down, and when it came back up, it got caught, and I was trying to get it out from where, how it was, but it kicked, came up out of my hands, and you have that slow motion, like, oh my god, like I'm about to die, shit's happening, and like I could see it slow motion just up in the air spinning, and the blade comes down, and I had a pair of work gloves on, came down, got my hand, and not completely realizing how bad it was, I immediately ripped what was left of the glove off, saw the blood pouring out of my hand, run inside, I grab a towel, and like the first thing that I could do, like I thought of to do, like I didn't call 911, I didn't call an ambulance, I called my uncle who lived next door, like literally right next door. So he comes hauling up over the like a little side field between our houses, growing up in the country. So he comes hauling up, we try to keep it covered, and so he ends up taking me into my hometown to the health center there, which is just like a little local doctor's office. And so they basically just they tried to like wash it a little bit, cover it with a new bandage, and then wanted to send me to a hospital nearby, and they wanted to call an ambulance for me, and I was like, no, I'm not paying for all that extra cost. So like my mom ended up showing up, and we went out to the Oswego Hospital, which in our area, like, it's one of the worst, I'd say, just for not for the healthcare per se, but for, you know, how quick and like how personable the people are that work there. So like we get out there and I'm like, I got my hand on the tray and the doctor's like kind of like cleaning it up a little bit, but this entire time he's got a New Visions student from the local high school. They're doing like some training, some like on-site training type of thing, you know, one of those types of classes. And so like he's sitting there and he's got it just gaping open, like literally. I ended up nicking a couple veins, like one vein got completely cut, so like, you know, he was restitching that stuff. I had nicked a small portion of the bone, like right in here, so there's like a small like nick right on the inside, so like now like the motion of this finger isn't as fast, obviously, but like he's sitting there like with the student next to him and he's pointing out like, all right, this is this vein, this is that vein, this is what goes up through the finger, and like yada yada. And mind you, the entire time I'm still sitting there staring at the inside of my hand, freaking out. And it got to the point where I was like, dude, you need to shut my fucking hand up right now, or else I'm gonna freak the fuck out. And he's like, that's what I said. I was like, you're over here teaching a fucking child shit that you need years of experience to do. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Just close up my hand. So like eventually, like he did, like got all the stitches and shit like that. He ended up giving me some like antibiotics, but he didn't give me anything for the pain, which was outrageous. The dude didn't even give me like an ibuprofen 800. Like he just gave me the antibiotics and just sent me on my way. Yeah, dude, like literally, like it's still just bleeding out across the table, and like, it's like, why? Just why? Just fucking close my hand for the love of God, please. It was bad news bears. But yeah, that like, it could have been, I mean, obviously it could have been so much worse. I could have taken off like half of my hand with that chainsaw. So now, like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't touched a chainsaw since then, and that was like 10 years ago, roughly. I mean, my childhood was running around with my friends at 9 p.m. and then my mom screamed at me for being too much. Yeah, that's kind of how it was when I was growing up, too. I mean, like, we all lived, like, me and a couple of my buddies lived on the same street, so, like, we just, you know, ride our bikes around, up and down the street, like our little biker gang of, like, 3 dumbass teenagers on a bike. But, yeah, heaven forbid, dude, you were even 2 minutes late, you get the shit kicked out of you. Well, maybe not the shit kicked out of you, but... yeah, dude, like, now even... I mean, I don't want to say I have a complete and total fear of chainsaws, and like I did for a while. Like even like hearing one start up, I'd be like, nope, fuck this, I'm out. Like I'll pass. But yeah, I just haven't. Oh, it's just more gravity. One shot. Her sleeping. Him. Headshot, bitch! Nice. 1 minute. For what? You don't need... Don't you dare tell me 1 minute. How dare you? Yeah, actually 1 minute work. Oh man, we're going right up over that race. Jeez, man. What's... Oh god, I forgot the low gravity thing. Oh, boom! Getcha. Damn. Oh man, I never even thought about that. That's a good move.